called Disco-B. You don't stop that body rock. Mellowing out the pace and keeping the bass in your face, giving you a little bit of taste of the finest in the DJ race. Disco-B.
That's right. Original recordings curated by our music director, DJ RBI. Round of applause for our music director, DJ RBI. And a big round of applause for Disco-B, the one and only. You know, Disco-B is one of the foundational members of hip-hop's forefathers, right? So a lot of people in hip-hop, if you love hip-hop, you gravitate towards the easy names to remember, right? And we can list off many of them, but some of the most influential people that have pioneered this culture and this music are people that still need to get their flowers while they're still around, and one of those guys is Disco-B, and we're glad to have you. Take this microphone here, rip that off of the... So Disco-B, thanks so much for being with us, sir.
Oh man, thank you very much for y'all having me here. I don't even know what to say. But I thought I was just buried already. You know, some people say they thought I was dead already. You know, but I'm happy that Jaquan and a couple of other people, Mark Skills and them, they just kept me up there. They kept me alive, and had people knowing that I am still around and I am still doing things. I'm speechless right now. I don't know what to say, but I'm glad to see all of y'all here, you know, being behind me and everything. And thank you. That's all I can say.
Well, one of the reasons why you, amongst many other people in hip-hop, were chosen to be inducted at this time and place is simply because of the historic nature of this exhibit that we have going on currently in our House of Hip-Hop. So let me just quickly tell you that we're the first people ever to have an exhibit of rare vintage flyers from the late 70s, early 80s that are linked interactively with the exact jam from that exact moment in time. No one's ever done that before. And what we need to recognize and remember, and why Disco-B is here, is because what? A lot of those jams and those flyers and events had Disco-B at them, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Especially like this one that Jaquan got on. I love that flyer.
Look at that, everyone.
That thing is, oh, man. We can tell you stories about Mitchell's Gym. That was probably one of the flyers that we had that we gave. We said, we walked into the gym and was like, wow, we had Black Door Productions. It's a small place. And we was in Mitchell's Gym and we're like, yo, are we going to pack this place? And we never knew it. When we turned around, man, the place was like, it had to be probably 2,000, 3,000 people in one gym. I mean, wow. That shocked us.
Would that ever affect, this is a crazy question, but would that ever affect your DJ equipment at that time? Because in my mind, 2,000 kids bouncing around in a gym with 1979 DJ equipment, I feel like it would jostle the needles.
Well, basically what we do is just exactly how you got your studio set up, this will be my stage. They can't come no closer than where these people are standing at right now. And so they can do all the jumping they want way over there, but you will not feel it over here. Long as they don't get any closer, they won't. And most of the time we used to put, foam under the turntable so it don't vibrate or bounce around.
There's many pictures of you and Grandmaster Flash with foam.
Yes.
Where would you get the foam from?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this in a secret, so just in case my mom's is not listening. But that pillow that you was looking for, that's where we got it from.
You see, you're never too old to reveal something to your parents, huh?
Yes, my mom was like, there was a pillow right here. I don't know what happened to it. because at the time we needed one really bad, and it had to be flat. I don't know what happened to it. And
Well, now we know.
yeah, well, she knows now too.
So listen, we're going to do something kind of interesting because the second I pulled these out, so everyone in this room right now is going to get a signed flyer from Disco B. What do you guys think of that? How dope is that? By the way, I want to take a little credit because I thought of that when this guy sent me. He sent me all of these flyers, and I'm talking about, like 50 to 100 flyers, of the original parties, the original jams, the original times. And this guy's like in, 90% of them. So I'm going to quickly hold it up. You don't have to go into a long story, but see if we jog any memories loose.
Some of them I gotta remember.
So this is another Black Door production. This is the PAL. What does PAL stand for everyone?
That was the oh God, the Police Athletic League.
Police Athletic League. Look at this. Hold this up. This is 1979. Tell us about that.
This one was on Webster Avenue and 183rd Street, in the Bronx. Yes, it was in the Bronx. This is the Black Door Productions. Yes. I'm trying to get to remember all of this here because it was so. This is part 2. And this is the one with. Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. Yes. Okay, all of y'all know Curtis Blow. This is before Curtis Blow made any records. It used to be Disco B, Easy Mike, Curtis Blow, and Cool Kyle. And then Curtis Blow finally went out on his own and came up and made the record Christmas Rapping. But Curtis Blow, Disco B, and Cool Kyle was a group. So,
Do you remember the group's name? It's all right. Give it to that young lady right there.
I can't really say the name.
Disco B. You can't say the name? So you do remember the name?
I can't say the name.
Wow. Okay, thank you for respecting our young ones in the crowd. Okay, hold this one up. Hold on, let me just say what this is. This is, another Black Door production. Oh, and this is the one you have on right now.
This is the one that Jay Kahn has on.
Oh, this is signed twice by Disco B. Would you like that flyer, sir? All right. I like where we're going with this. Okay, another Police Athletic League. This is 1979, and this one has the entire Furious 5 plus Disco B and Easy Mike, Cool Kyle, Curtis Blow. Oh, so this is that group you're talking about.
This is part 2. This one right here is the first one. That one she has is the second one. Mm-hmm. This is when we first came out with that group. Mm-hmm. And it basically is like the original Furious 5, and this is the Grandmaster, I'm going to say it this way, Grandmaster of Flash and the Furious 5 Part 2.
Okay. Billy Rust, you're all over that flyer. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, actually, you know what? You get your own microphone. You are our historian, Jaquan. I didn't know that's what you were signaling.
No, it's cool.
Hit us up, brother.
I don't know how accurate it is, but that last flyer you held up, do you have another one? Other PAL. It was actually, let me see it. According to Cool Cow, the Star Child, who he just referenced, this particular jam, this night, was the night that Deborah Harry from Blondie checked out Flash. And it was the beginning of her checking out the culture, getting the Funky Four on Saturday Night Live, but most importantly, making Rapture. And when she says, Fab Five, Freddie told me everybody's fly, supposedly, this was the night that she came and witnessed this, and it started her journey into rap music.
And what year was that? 79?
79, a couple months before Rappers Delight came out.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? See all the work I got to do with this group? You know more about that flyer than I did. And I was there.
Hey, I'm a student, brother. I'm a student.
That's his job. All right, so this one says Man Dip Light.
I remember Man Dip Light because after a while with the Black Door Productions, everybody, after we started going around, I don't know how many people here ever been to the Black Door. The Black Door was about the same as this room right here. And every Friday, Saturday night, it used to be jam-packed. It's about big as this room right here. And then we moved up to the Dixie Club. And then everybody was like on each side of town. you can give a party across town, you can give a party, but everybody kept coming to the Grandmaster Flash parties, how they would say the Grandmaster Flash show. Everybody kept coming to him, and then all of a sudden, just like, we was the thing. We was the new kids on the block. We was the thing. Everybody used to come to our party, so now everybody wanted to be get a piece of us. So we did parties for everybody. Everybody has different names on the flyers.
Come forward. Come henceforth.
There
you go.
That's a nice flyer.
I just want to give a quick shout out to what's your last name, Culver?
You're welcome, man.
Clark. I want to give a quick shout out to the Clark family and his son, Culver. What's your son's name? Caleb. Okay, because the Clark family and Caleb were at our grand opening, and Big Daddy Kane, for his induction, out of nowhere for seemingly no reason, took Caleb, young Caleb, under his wing and walked around for about an hour in the gallery, pointing out and giving a personal tour to young Caleb, whose birthday was that day?
That was actually my birthday.
His dad's birthday, which maybe is even cooler. Okay, so a big shout out to that family, because we love, when people get involved like that, when young people get involved. But this Black Door production company, Disco B, it's all over everything. What's this one all about? Because this one had a very similar lineup again.
The Black Door production. This is one of the ones where we opened up and we did the Audubon. If y'all remember, that's where Malcolm X got killed at. But
right.
Like somebody asked me a question about, did y'all realize that? Oh, Jaquan asked me that question. Did y'all realize that was the spot where Malcolm X died? We said no. I said no. But all I know is when we went into this place, I was like, the whole group was like, oh my God, this is a little bit too much for us. And I don't know if any of y'all ever been to the Audubon, how big it is. It was so big. So maybe about 10:30, we all was behind stage. We had the system set up. AJ was playing. I think, AJ and Starsky and them was playing. We just happened to come out and look, and they have a side window outside from our dressing room, and then we looked out the curtain, how packed the place was. Then one of the other guys that worked with us came and said, yo, man, the line is around the corner. It was like, wow. And I'd never been in this place. I thought the floor was going to crash in. As they was partying so hard, the floor was bouncing up and down. That's how many people was in there. There had to have been probably thousands of people outside that couldn't get in the place. But this was to me, the start of everything.
Woo, Culver, come get the start of everything. That's crazy I said that.
Thank you, man.
It's crazy I'm even sitting here. Do I have the best job ever? I got to be honest with you. Just sometimes I sit here and I hear myself talking and I get these weird out-of-body experiences because, like, for me, loving hip-hop, talking with guys like yourself, I feel like I'm talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi right now. Do you know what I mean?
I ain't that old. Wow.
Okay, tell us about this one, because so tell us about the original BDP. So everyone my age knows BDP, Boogie Down Productions, but actually BDP was like a production and promotion company right before BDP, because it says BDP turns out.
Okay.
And this one says
what that means is Black Door Productions.
Oh, BDP, Black Door Productions.
Right. It's Black Door Productions. Anything, when we had our Black Door Production, we had two different spots. We had one spot on, this is the one behind Roosevelt High School. All right, it's like a boys' club. Okay, every time we do something, you might see Black Door Productions, but it might not be in the Black Door. It'll be in someplace else. So that means that Ray Chandler and us, the group, the Grandmaster Flash and the Five and me, we was playing because that's our production. So we gave that party.
Whoa. I didn't understand that. You guys are Black Door Productions?
Yes.
So you're promoting your own parties?
Yes.
You guys understand the kind of enormity of what he's describing? And let me just put it together for some folks, younger folks. So, like, if you're making hip-hop at a time where hip-hop barely even exists, that's already so different in counterculture, that's already pretty daring enough.
Yes.
But then if you're also investing your own time, effort, and money into getting flyers made, renting out a club, finding other promoters, like, I just can't tell you how out on a limb that is for guys
Yes.
in 1978
and 73 and all of that.
You know what I mean?
But we do a lot of the footwork. We run around. We go and check places. Yo, this is where we want to be. Just like you.
So what's the actual location of this then?
This right here is the boys' club.
How do you know? Where does it even say that?
Right here.
It
says
says
Columbia
very
Boys
bottom.
Club. Yeah, right at the
so
bottom.
you're more promoting, hey, come to our Black Door production
Productions,
thing.
right.
It doesn't matter where
it
we
is.
are.
Exactly.
Can you give that flyer to this gentleman with the amazing jacket? Check out his jacket, guys. Can everyone see his jacket?
This gentleman right here just came to me a few minutes ago. He said, yo, do you know this guy right here? And I said, yeah, that's my family. He says, we met. He said,
No way.
They told him about me, and he said,
And he's come all the way from New York today, correct? Thanks for coming. Yesterday you came in town for this.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Okay. All right, Rich.
Thanks for coming out.
Just like you got right here. This
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Evander Childs. Okay. This is still a Black Door production. One thing about all of the flyers that you see
Yeah.
about hip hop and got the high school on it, they wouldn't let nobody else go into high schools and do parties. I don't know how Ray Chandler convinced these people to let us go in there into their gyms and give parties, but we was giving parties in every school. We had our own security. We promote our own parties. We go get them and everything.
You know, the more you talk about it, the more I hear you're no high school in their right mind. Think about that. Imagine, you know, your high school's like, hey, you know, like Lil Wayne, Lil Flip, Little whoever is going to come and perform. And the teacher board is like, yeah, right. No. In our gym? That's kind of like a really...
Yes.
What now at this time, try to culturally explain to people what made a school at this time, things are tough, right? Everyone's looking for kind of maybe an outlet. What do you think the school and the teachers were thinking that would make them want to bring hip hop and that positivity in that music into the school?
The thing, it wasn't, back then, they wasn't thinking of it as hip hop. They was like a bunch of kids having, I don't know how they presented it, but Ray Chandler was our manager. And he would ask us, where do y'all want to go? And we would say, we want to try some schools. All right, we're going to work that out. Now they're like, well, how you know you're going to keep our schools safe? Oh, we got our own security. And most of the people that work for us, that was on the side for us, they was you know, off-duty police officers. So they kept things
Safe.
in order.
Yeah.
And they made sure you don't mess up the school or nothing, so we can go to different schools.
Just real quickly, because you're in the middle of a flyer exhibit here.
Yes.
This artwork on this one, and we're blowing it up and we're giving it to you as a gift. Can you show everyone why is this artwork so amazing? Who did this artwork?
If I remember, the person that did mostly all of our flyers was Phase 2. If I remember,
Rest in peace.
Phase 2 did mostly every flyer that
Wow.
we had.
Wow.
And one thing I like when Phase 2 does the flyers, that he makes sure Grandmaster Flash stands out. But I remember one time he told me, yo, B, I'm going to make sure you always stand out too.
Wow.
Because you do a lot for this group, and, you know, I don't think people understand what you do for this group. So I'm going to make sure you stand out too.
That's beautiful. Breezy, that flyer is for you. We're giving out flyers to everybody around. And Tony Twa, that's for you, brother. Okay. Now, this one is special because everyone that's here at this exhibit can scan your phone right over any of these QR codes and listen to the exact jam from that exact night. I just can't express how rare and how awesome that is, and that this one is right there, like literally. Okay, so you guys can,
I see it.
you know, a little later talk about that. So why don't you just tell them real quickly, because the woman on this flyer, I'm just always amazed, like where these the artist must have taken it from a brochure or something. Like,
Well,
tell me about the flyer in this party. You know.
Well, the picture, he's really like, he was trying to, because it's called a celebrity club, right? This is supposed to be an upscale club. You know, they started bringing hip hop into it. So I guess he's just trying to tell all the guys, yo, these are the type of women that's going to be at this party.
Got you.
So y'all need to come.
It's a high class event.
Right.
Got
But it
you.
was just, you know, it's still a regular hip hop party, but it, you know.
Bucky Davis, can you come forward and take this high class flyer with your 40 ounce in your hand? Not exactly representing the most high class.
Hip hop.
Yeah. There's so many of these, sir. In the champion's hat, can you come forward and take this flyer? We can't talk about all of them, but I'm going to talk about this one that's right behind this one. Yeah. So look at this one, you guys, because I'm pretty sure I know my flyers well enough. Yep. So I just want to tell you, if your favorite flyer designer back in the day, mine is Buddy Esquire. But if it's not Buddy Esquire, it's Phase 2.
It's
okay?
Phase 2.
And let me just tell you, this is a classic Phase 2 design because this guy was such an artist. Just look at the symmetry, look at the shapes, look at the stars, you know, look at the circles. I'm just trying to tell you, there's no computer at this time, guys, okay? No. So the amount of time and energy it takes to make a flyer like this and then reproduce it is just a lot. So do you remember this one in particular?
Let me see. Walton High School.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Uh-oh.
well, I think it's gone now. But it was over there. Yeah. Well, this was a good party. I mean, it's just so many. And the thing about it is we give so many people chances. Like while we doing these parties, we'll bring other groups, let other DJs get up there and just do their things. You know, we give, you know, we tried to make our thing a little big so we ain't got to do so much work, but let somebody else work too.
That's beautiful. Can we pass that to Yankees?
The Yankees.
Pass that to the Yankees.
My brother. I used to live right around the corner from the stadium. All right.
All right, we're gonna get through just a few more because so some of these have lineups that are just a little bit different than some of the others, and this one has wait, where is it? One of these has someone I've never seen before. Well, no, tell us about Mr. Ness because I think he's an interesting character.
Let's pass on that.
Okay, tell us about Kid Creole.
Kid Creole, that's my man. I remember when before the group, you know, when we was getting this group together because it was just me and Flash, and then Cowboy, and then Creole. Creole was the guy when we made that echo, when Flash fixed the echo chamber.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Every rhyme that he made and what he did, he made that echo chamber go off, and he made it so great that people was like, wow, how does he do that? Flash made a little switch, so he's standing there with it in his hand. Nobody knew it, and instead of walking over, because usually you had to walk over to it, and when you say something, you had to hit it. But he made a switch for him, so when he goes solid, go, 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 and he cut it off. But that...
Now, was Flash the first one to use the echo chamber? Because I'm always curious, you know, like when we were listening to an interview with Run DMC, you know, Daryl was kind of crediting, like in his style, Shaw Rock and a lot of the delays in her vocals as some folks that influenced them. Do you know where Flash started? You know, why Flash picked it up? Because a lot of things were happening simultaneously in hip-hop.
Well, the thing about it is Flash he bought an old echo chamber. I'm not sure if it was from the pawn shop, but this echo chamber had Well, only the old school guys would know. It looked like an 8-track cassette. And you stick it through the back, and it will loop
You'd stick what through the back?
the 8-track cassette. It was a little 8-track
I
cassette.
shouldn't have asked so quickly. So what you're telling me is that you would plug the 8-track into like a box.
Yes.
And then you'd plug the mics into that box.
Yes.
And then there'd be an out. And
Yes.
then so the mic is totally dry, but
Yeah.
now Flash made a switch where it's near him.
No, it's near Creole.
It's Nick Creole. So who's operating the switch?
Creole. Creole is operating the switch.
The thing about the echo chamber, though, and it kind of spoke to some of Flash's ingenuity, was that the echo chamber was always on. It was always on. The reason he made the switch was so that you could turn it off and put it on at will. So, like he said, if Creole says solid, go, he could just emphasize go, 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 go. So it gave the party this kind of spaced out atmosphere.
So that's my question. And where do we know who was the first one to choose to turn it on and off, Hadari?
That's Flash historically from everybody I've talked to.
So all the vocals were delayed until Flash just
Yeah, I
created
don't
the
think
switch?
many people were messing with it before Flash.
No, because all it was before, it was Kool Herc. Kool Herc had one, but you had to walk over to it and you had to click it. See, and that wasn't, that's just walk over to it, you talking, yeah, my name is Kool Herc, Herc. But the thing about it is, Flash wanted to make it better and do it better, make it go faster. So with the 8-track cassette in the back, now he put the switch on it to cut it on and off. So with the switch off, it's just a regular mic. Now with the switch on, everything is in echo.
Right.
Nobody was doing that.
You guys, this is just my own personal curiosity. Lachey's co-host, sir, this flyer is for you.
God. He is going back to my disco fever days.
Did you guys ever run it on your DJ equipment? The delay?
No.
Just curious.
No. I mean, you can, but we didn't.
So look at this, you guys. So this is also kind of cool because in our gallery display, so our entire gallery was curated by 3 people. Okay, our lead curator, our main curator, is Red Summer. A round of applause for Red Summer, everyone, who curated the entire gallery here. It was also finalized and graphically designed and promoted and marketed by our digital director, CLB, everybody. CLB, we love you so much. And then 2 people curated all of these crazy jams, right? So that you can listen to them. And that is our executive director, Geechee Dan, and DJ RBI, our music director. Round of applause for those folks, okay? So if you go around the room and you go around the exhibit, everybody let the poor Master Ace in, guys. Come on, let him in the room, guys. If there's room in the back if you guys want to sit down over in the back. If you guys look at the room, one of the cool things is you'll see that flyers went from handmade flyers, right? Yes. Then they went to stencils. Then they went to stencils and press type. Then they went to stencils, press type, and pictures. Pictures from like magazines. Then they went to stencils, press type, pictures from magazines, and pictures of the actual groups. Okay, but this is a very early flyer. It's just handwritten. Tell me about that one, Disco B.
This flyer right here, it was a Black Door production, right? And the thing about this flyer right here, we just got, let me see if this is the right club. Yeah. Okay. What happened was that we wanted to do something, and I guess they messed up on the flyers at the place that the guy forgot to do the flyers. So I think Ray and one of his helpers, they wrote this flyer out right in the place right there and said, "Yo, just print this just the way it is. They're gonna still come, long as it says Black Door Productions." And I don't care how bad the flyer looked, long as it said Black Door Productions. People was coming. They was going to come. If it had Flash's name on it, they was going to come.
Cortez, this is for you, sir. Yes. We're giving this out, Master Ace. If you're just joining us, we are going through these early flyers from the very, very early days of hip-hop that were designed by some of the not some of the greatest graphic designers of the day. Because remember, graphic design at this time, especially for flyers and hip hop parties, it's almost non-existent. Tell me about this one. I love the way this flyer looks with Kid Creole and Keith Cowboy. What do you tell me about Keith Cowboy?
Cowboy, this was, let's see. Oh, the Christmas Throwdown at okay. When you see the black door, this is the new black door. This is the first time we got into the new black door. It was called the Executive Playhouse, but we turned it into the black door. It was a Jamaican club. It was on Freeman Street. It was a big, gigantic club, because after a while, the original black door got too small. So we went over to the Executive Playhouse, and then we turned it into the black door.
So this is just amazing. If you guys are listening, how many different locations did you use?
We used a couple of different locations, because every time we started here, then we had to move over here.
Why? Were there problems?
No, there wasn't no problem. It's just that over here, we was getting 200 people a night, 300. That was too much for the place. Then over here, we was getting 1,500 to 3,000.
That was too much for the place.
And that's Friday and Saturday night. That's every night. Then the place got, they was like, yo, y'all gonna have to shut the doors down because y'all bringing too many people in here. We had to find a bigger place. So instead of finding a bigger place, we just started renting bigger buildings and just putting our name on it and just keep on going.
Okay.
That's basically how it is.
This is really amazing. And
but this is the home. This is the home of the Black Door, the Executive Playhouse.
Executive Playhouse. Can we give this flyer to Master Ace, please? Can we, Master Ace, are you all right? Can we get it? Can we pat like a fireman's line back to? And in fact, right now, because we're about to do something really, really amazing, guys. Can anyone who hasn't received a flyer, can you just slowly walk up and walk back right now so I can give you a flyer? Okay. Does anyone not have a flyer? Everyone have a flyer?
All right, don't rush.
You
don't rush.
have a flyer?
No.
Go ahead for your mom. Flyer. The McKay family, and for your two sons.
Here's one for your son.
Okay. Did you get a flyer?
Oh.
Look at that one. That's a great one. That pink one is great. Anybody else not get a flyer? We got one for CLB. Malcolm Riddle. Ooh, you're getting a good one.
I'm going to get you this one.
One more? You got one more? There, give that to him. Okay. And then we also have
oh God,
an autographed picture of Disco B.
You know how old that picture is, man?
Tony, look at it. Look at it.
This. All right,
You just demoed that picture from me.
I'm gonna give you a little history on this picture. This is, I don't know if any of y'all ever been to the Disco Fever. That's where I went next, to the Disco Fever. I started playing in Disco Fever.
One for RBI. You know what? That one's going to go to RBI, if you don't mind.
Okay.
He's right there. You already got one? Yeah, I can take that one too. All right. Let's not be complicated here. All right. Before we get to the kind of two coolest moments, right? His donation. Okay. Now, Disco B is donating a handmade custom leather jacket from the Furious 5. When you see it, your hearts are going to drop. I've already seen it. It's totally incredible. Okay, but before we get to that, I want to just end his induction speech. Can you tell us a little bit about your own personal record here with Star Child?
Yes. Cool car.
Turn it up.
Well, he's playing it right now.
Go.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Now, this record right here, a lot of people ask me, yo, B, how'd you do that? How'd you sample all that on there? When it came down to the break, I did not sample anything. All I did was spin. I let the music play, and I don't know how hard you think it is, but trying to spin that back. doing the record. So it's not sample paste in, it's a live play.
And were you back spinning too? So
Yes.
you were having to. So do you understand what he's saying, you guys? The drum track is playing, and you are dropping they didn't have samplers. So he's dropping the record, and then when the loop is done, he has to drop it perfectly again on time.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry,
And then
but as
I
an
put-
old DJ, that blows my mind.
And then we put both versions, the Mandrew and the James Brown, then we dropped them on top of each other at one time. And it for some reason, we was just playing with it and see what happens. And I dropped it on top of each other, and it sounded good.
Real
Oh
quick,
my
B,
God.
could you speak on what the late great Larry Smith, his connection to that record?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Larry Smith, he's the one. He was staying with me at my house in the Bronx one day, and he said he had to go to the studio. And he got up, he said, yo, me and Starchild, we were sitting in there watching TV. He said, yo, let's get up, let's go make a record. We're like, are you kidding me? What are you talking about? Let's go make a record. So we all got up, went down to Green Street Studios, and that's what came off this record. We just went in there and just started fooling around with stuff, and then we just came up with ideas, and we made this record. It shocked me.
And for those that may need some context, Larry Smith, the late great producer, bass player on the early Curtis Blow records, but also the sound of Houdini and Run DMC, the signature sound. All the Houdini stuff outside of the second album, then the first two Run DMC albums.
All those crazy
Larry
bass
Smith.
lines, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
crazy, but the crazy drum machine program too, Sucker MCs, Jam Master Jay, all those first great Run DMC songs. Then you juxtapose that with all that great music from Houdini, One Love, Friends, the melodies and stuff,
Right.
and the bare bone stuff from Run DMC. You know, a great.
So what
great
part
producer.
did Larry Smith have in this exact record?
He basically played almost everything in it. The piano, the bass, the drum machine, everything. He just put everything together. When this record first started, we was looking at him like, yo, I don't take acid. Because the record was like, he said, don't worry about it. And he put stuff together, and then all of a sudden he said, oh, watch this. He pulled out his bass and just started playing. And then he pulled out the keyboard and just started playing. And then all of a sudden everything just went down. Larry was a genius. I mean, honestly, that man, he'll turn, you can hand him something and he'll go, oh, okay.
What you
give him
mean
a
when
few
you say
minutes.
and then everything went down? Like he slowed the tape down?
Yes, he slowed the music down. And then he started playing on top of it. And
Whoa,
then he
whoa,
just
whoa, whoa.
threw everything
That
up in
is
it.
wild. If anyone is familiar with production techniques, that's a really.
He's that type of person that he will hear something that nobody else would hear, and he'll go, I can't get it to do nothing. Wait a minute. Click. And next minute he's like, okay, go. And he'll start playing. He'll go, speed up a little more, little more, little more. Then he'll start playing on top of it, and he'll make a record out of that, just like that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get my senses together because
You-
I
you
find
got-
that
you-
really wild.
yes, you-
actually,
I
that's
don't
the
know-
original Chop and Screw, right?
I don't know if Jaquan, sorry, sir, knows him like that or know him that well, or been in the studio with Larry. I've been in the studio with Larry a lot of times. Larry had a studio in his house. He will take a record or take something and listen to it, or get on the drum machine and just take nothing, come back 20 minutes, he'll have the melody or have the bass line ready for you, and then he'll listen to your rhymes, then he'll start throwing stuff on top of it. He'll listen to what you
So
got.
he's like a musical chef, is what you're
Yes,
saying.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Let's get away from this gumbo and let's get into something else that's, instead of auditorily fascinating, let's get into something that's visually fascinating. I just don't know how we're going to do this. But let's see. Afiba, our broadcast engineer, you may have to come out here and physically spin the camera back, okay? Because the gentleman with the hoodie who's closest to this mannequin, we're going to do something. So check this out, you guys. So Disco B has come all this way from North Carolina, right? From North Carolina?
Yes.
Are you from North Carolina?
Yes.
Okay. North Carolina. Look at this. Look at this picture, you guys. We're going to do this. Amazing dedication and donation ceremony right now. And then we're going to get into his induction ceremony. Look at these jackets. Look at these Grandmaster Flash, Kid Creole. Look at all these amazing jackets from the Furious Five. Okay? Well, guess what? The Hip Hop Museum, which is the world's first hip hop museum, literally. We are the world's first hip hop museum, first to ever do it, but we're also the curators of the largest collection of artifacts and memorabilia ever assembled. Okay, and this is now going to be a part of our collection. Is Red Summer in the building? Red Summer, if we can turn our cameras around, Red Summer is going to unveil the donation from Disco B. That's the mannequin right there. That's right. Ready? We're going to count down. Ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! That is amazing. Look at that jacket, everyone. Handmade leather. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five with Disco B, the one and only inductee, is up next with our historian Jay Quan. Stay tuned, everyone.
The hustle came in. That's kind of played out and break the document in the picture, the papers, the magazines, the radio, television, and the movie screen. From New York City to Hollywood, they're breaking as only a b-boy could. In every town, they call movies and shakers, but you can just call them the b-boy breakers.
Okay, here we are. We are back at the House of Hip Hop. This is the art gallery, the Hip Hop Museum's art gallery, because that's right, COVID can't keep us down. We're going to keep moving, and we're going to keep honoring these legends, okay, and we're going to give them their flowers while they're still with us, okay, because that's what we do, okay? And the guy that we're honoring, the man of honor today, is Disco B, and without further ado, our historian, Jay Quan.
1, 2, 1, 2. All right, here we go. All right, my good brother Disco B. Disco B is a name that's primarily known by those who witnessed the first days of hip hop in its infancy before there were any rap records. For those who have put forth the effort to go a little deeper and study the hip hop history more than the narrative we've been hearing for the 30 or 40 years, you'll know that when Disco B is asked why his face rarely appeared on the records, really never appeared on the records, or was rarely on the flyers, he'll tell you he was doing the heavy lifting, the groundwork to make his group, originally Grandmaster Flash and the 3 MCs, Flash, Cowboy, Melly Mel, and his brother Creole, then adding on Mr. Ness, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 4, and acquiring Raheem from the Funky 4 to make it Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, worldwide recognized group. To make them look good, he was doing the legwork, unloading the U-Haul, getting the equipment together, making sure that Flash was on point. But then he's a great DJ in his own right, and that's something that really hasn't been emphasized. He's been in the shadow of Flash. He's known as Flash's assistant, which he was. His job was to quickly get the records so Flash could even be even quicker with what he was doing. So his skill was to quickly find these break beats, handing the Flash so Flash could be even quicker. But what people don't realize is that he also played his own independent sets, had his own skill set, and is a great DJ in his own right. So that's why we're standing here, because we don't want to be in the shadow of anybody. We want to let it be known that Disco B held his own. All right. So further adding to the obscurity of Disco B was the fact that the invention of rap records, it made the MC the star in the DJ secondary. In the beginning days, it was Grand Wizard Theodore and the Fantastic Five. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. The DJ's name was always first. DJ, AJ, and Busy B. You could go on and on. But the rap record made the MC the star, and the DJ took a back seat. So that's another reason why Disco B is just not a household name. But even once they blew up and started making records, Birthday Party, Freedom, Super Rapping, down to The Message, he was in and out of the group at different times. When they came back into their comeback album in '88, On the Strength, he's still there, and that's why you see the jacket. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, he's there. So, Disco B is a permanent spot in this group. But again, starting from when Flash first met Cowboy, the first MC that he worked with, then the two Glover brothers. He's there the whole time, and the Flyers will represent that. So, as one who I've been kind of bestowed the title unofficially as the Minister of Information for Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. This is my favorite group. Their image, sound, style heavily influenced me in the earliest days of my journey in hip hop. So it was my journey for the last 40 years or a little less to meet and interview each one of these guys, each living member of the crew. And over the last 20 years, I've done so, starting with Melly Mel, then his brother Creole, then Scorpio, then Raheem, then Flash, then Easy Mike. But this cat, Disco B, he's a little elusive, right? I got his number, I call. He don't pick his phone up. I text, I'm like, well, everybody don't text. Maybe he's not seeing my text. So I called our mutual friend, Davey DMX. I said, look, I got B's number. Maybe he don't know who I am. Let him know I'm official. So Davey said, say no more. Davey got on the phone. About an hour later, talked to B. I've been talking to B for about a year or more. Yeah. Our interactions originally was going to be a written interview for my website, The Foundation, and then COVID hit. And I would hate to call COVID a blessing, but one advantage of COVID is that my interviews turned into live Zoom interviews, which are a lot more interesting than a long written piece. So I had B as a guest on my Live Lessons with the Legends Foundation page. And I told him when I first had a conversation with him, I was like, I got a relationship with the museum in D.C. I'm going to get you inducted into the museum. You deserve it. And we talked back and forth. He probably didn't believe me at first because, it's the show business talk. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But here we are today, a year later, the great Disco B, my brother.
Ooh, round of applause. Hold that up. Yep. That's for you. Come over here, Shaquan.
Because we meant to knock it. Keep out, essential. Hope your insurance covers accidental dismemberment, body, and vision, no surrender. Remember, it go for both genders. No captains, no sellouts, no prisoners, no visitors. No quarters, no borders, no bread and waters, no business nuts. Sing, it's no sense to try to reach for you. Dingling, kneel to the kings, boy, kiss eyes. Rings, that's why I changed got links. And you're choking on your rope, cause you hung up.
All right, everybody stay tuned. In about 3 minutes, we have the one and only Master Ace up next, everybody.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's the one and only Master Ace, Brooklyn, New York. You checking out my man, DJ RBI.
You're like a dinner plate, I'm gonna eat you up. You lose your cool with the food and I'm illa. Think don't from me, then I'm a chinchilla. If you're a rock, I'm a shining star. You smell like fish, boy, and I'm caviar. Never, ever let me see you in town. And when I see you on the streets, I'm giving you a beat down. Cause I understand the Bible. If your hair is teasing, I just made you a rival. The senses got his power from his hair. But look at me now, my hair is everywhere. Scorpio wants to kiss your girl, your head will twirl. You will wanna buy her diamonds and pearls, but you broke and you a joke. And when my hair get longer, I'ma wrap it around your throat. Murder. Ready to rock the house, take a toke, I'm no joke, don't be playing me out. Not the preacher, but here the teacher, it's like no other, so you discover. And where I've been seen, you only dream, and the people hold me in high esteem. They busy flaking, and no mistaking, step out of line, homeboy, I'm breaking on you myself, and you'll be running like a sucker.
being beat down on the strip. I'm a winner, by no means a beginner. Tell your girl, bend over, I will stick it in her. I'm cowboy, and I got what it takes. And if your girl says stop, I won't have no brakes in my car. The girl sure you going my way. I like the blue kick them off on the highway. Part of my posse is called the Casanova. Get in my way and I'ma run you over on the strip.
Never taking shorts cause Brooklyn's the borough.
Panic as another manic depressant. Adolescent stares at death. Now what's left when there ain't no God and a whole lot of pride? It might be a homicide, so let the drama slide. We don't want no problems, big. Get your name in the obituary column, shit. Cause life is too short and it just gets shorter. I wish I had a quarter for all my people they slaughter. Last year alone in the dead zone. Walk straight, but don't walk late. Cause I'm coming with a hate only made from what it made me. Cause nobody ever played me. Now it's only getting worse. Buckshot and ace in the land of the waste. Kicking you in your face.
We be doing it up Brooklyn style. What does it take to get you out?